combination of cells. First one is cells in series. So just like resistors, we will have cells which are going to be appearing like one end. Let's call this point as point A, this point as point B, and here we have point C. This cell will have some EMF. I will call it as epsilon 1. This cell will have an epsilon 2. At the same time, this cell will have some internal resistance. I will put a small resistance here, and this I will call it as R1. It is a small letter R. And similarly, I will have this is again R2, and because there is a single line across which these two cells are connected, there will be a single current flowing, and that I'm going to call it as I. The same current comes out of the positive terminal of cell 1, and the same current goes into the negative terminal of the cell 2. Now, if I have this as a combination, I can also have an equivalent circuit of this one, and that equivalent circuit will have a single cell which causes the same effect as these two cells, and for that I'm going to call it as epsilon equivalent, and along with that there will be an R equivalent. So equivalent EMF and equivalent internal resistance. This is point A and this is my point C. Point B is not there in that circuit, and the current is going to be again I from one side, again I from the other side. There is a potential at point A. Let's call that as V of A, and that potential is due to this positive terminal of this EMF E1. Similarly, there is a potential VB at this point B, and that potential is due to the negative side of epsilon 1 and the positive side of epsilon 2. Likewise, I will also have a potential VC, and this potential is due to this negative side of epsilon 2. Now, if I want the potential difference between these two, I will call it as VAB. And this VAB will be the difference between these 2 points. I will call it as VA minus VB. And what is this potential difference VA and VB? It is because of this cell. And what is that cell is going to represent? It is going to represent epsilon 1 minus I into R1. Similar to this equation, I can write another equation for this epsilon 2. So this will be VBC, it will be equal to VB minus VC, and this will be equal to, similar to this term, it will be epsilon 2 minus I into R2. What is the total potential across A and C? If I want to write VAC, that means I need VA minus VC. Now for that part, I cannot directly write for this circuit. I can write it for this circuit, that will come in a few minutes, but for this circuit, I cannot directly write the equation. So what I am going to do here is, I am going to add VB and subtract VB into that equation. So VA is already there. I will subtract VB. Then I will add VB. Then there is a VC. Is it going to change anything in that equation? Algebraically, if we say this VB, plus and minus, they will cancel out. Again, I'm going to get this equation. But what this VB, minus VB and plus VB is going to give is this VB is going to complete my equation in this form. And that VB minus VC is going to complete my equation in this form. So that is why we have added that plus VB and minus VB into that equation. Now what this term VA minus VB represents? It represents this term. So I can write it for that one. I can take this as a bracket. So first bracket, it is going to represent this one. So it is going to be epsilon 1 minus I into R1 plus second one, it will be epsilon 2 minus I into R2. Now, in that equation, I have got two terms which contain epsilon, and there are two terms which contain the internal resistances. So I can group them together. So this is going to be epsilon 1 plus epsilon 2. So this is gone, this is gone. This is minus I into R1, this is minus I into R2. So instead of taking these two as separate terms, I will take I common, and inside the bracket it will be just R1 plus R2. If I open this bracket, minus I into R1, it will give me this term, minus I into R2 is going to give me this term. So what is this? This is my voltage across AC. That is about the first diagram. Now coming to the second diagram or the equivalent diagram, if I apply something similar onto this diagram, what will happen? If I write that equation, it will be BAC. That is the potential difference across A and C. This will be equal to epsilon equivalent. That is the equivalent EMF of this cell minus the current I is same, and that is going to be multiplied by R equivalent. Now, if we look into these two equations, there is a voltage or the potential term on the left hand side. The first term on both the equations is going to be the EMF, and the second term represents the internal resistances. So I can equate the respective terms. So if I want epsilon equivalent, it is going to be equal to epsilon 1 plus epsilon 2. Similarly, if I want R equivalent, it will be R1 plus R2. So this is for two EMFs connected in series, or two cells connected in series. If I have got a third cell, I will just add epsilon 3 and I will add R3 to that resistance equation. So instead of having just 2, I can generalize it for N. It will be epsilon equivalent for N cells connected in series. It will be epsilon 1 plus epsilon 2 plus epsilon 3 plus it goes on up to epsilon N. Similarly, R equivalent will be equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus it goes on up to Rn. So that is the generalized form of the equation which speaks about the cells connected in series.